What's up, y'all? Got a banger from Taylor the Fiend. Let's get straight into it.
Don't ever let somebody make you feel like, oh, I'm just a mom.
Single mom.
And that includes yourself. Don't even let yourself beat yourself up. Moms have the most important job in the world.
Stop the cap.
Maybe not the highest paying, but it's the most important job. So
Single moms do a horrible job of raising kids. What are you talking about? The most important job is being a wife and having a family.
I'm out and about, looking cute, feeling milfy.
Feeling milfy. That's a new one. Well, I guess now I'm feeling dilfy. Yes, sirree, Bob.
Just for some context, by the way, guys, this video is posted right after the video that you just saw. Just bear that in mind, okay?
So I'm out and about, looking cute, feeling milfy.
Stop the cap.
I look in the mirror and realize I have a gray hair in the front of my head. Like, I knew there was some in the back where I couldn't see them and I could pretend that they're not there, but no, this one's in the front and center. See that? Look at that. Oh my God. Oh my God. The question here is, though, does that make me a cougar?
Stupid.
This woman is...
Oh my Lord, does this make me a cougar? I mean, if you start bucking these young men in these streets, I guess so.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
But you got to be getting active to be a cougar, baby girl. You got to be getting active. I don't want to see you talking about nothing until you're really active in those streets.
Can't stand about dating at this big age of 39. Look, I'm grown. Like, I'm about to be 40 over the hill grown, right? Why are we still talking about virtue or body count like that matters? Like,
because it does matter. You're 39 and alone. This is what cracks me up, though, is that these women will post these videos talking about body count doesn't matter, your past doesn't matter, when they're freaking alone and they're like, wow, maybe it's because I have a high body count and I've been ran through like a set of stairs.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
And the thing is, this woman, for her age, she looks pretty good, but just see how masculine she is. This is what this does to you, ladies. The more bodies you have, the more trauma that you go through, the more men that pump and dump you. Ladies, you turn into the men that you've always wanted to be with. And they just don't realize it till it's too late.
Because it absolutely...
Like, yeah, 100% the body count does matter. I mean, look at this woman right here. She's 39, got a lot of bodies. Self-proclaimed bodies, by the way. She got a lot of bodies talking about why does it matter? I mean, look at you. Life is a mirror, not a window. Look how masculine this chick is. Like, I can already tell, like, if I met this girl out at a bar, there's no way I'd want to talk to her, like, at all.
And we're supposed... I say, yeah, women they'll still... As
All right, Taylor.
divorcees who cheated on their wife, who have multiple children.
women has never really stopped a woman from trying to date him.
All right, here we
Let's
go.
continue.
I am dating a bunch of divorcees who cheated on their wife, who have multiple children by multiple partners, me included. That's no shade, but let's just illustrate facts. We got kids. They weren't the immaculate conception. Why are y'all acting brand new?
So, she...
I'm gonna keep it a buck. It seems like she's trying to act brand new as well. I don't really get it. I don't really understand what she's talking about. Honey, when you get to that age, you're grasping at straws. You really just need to get whatever you can get.
Through the clearance rack of love, looking for a partner, and you want to talk about virtue. She's got to be demure. She's got to be mindful. I'm not. I don't care. I got to act like I ain't been out here fucking when I have. If y'all don't get the out of here, I'm not doing that shit. I can barely find the time to commit to a date, to agree to a location and show up looking like a presentable human being. If the stars line and put us in the same place, I'm supposed to hope that that statistical anomaly can reoccur enough times for me to justify sleeping with you when I already know that I want to. Do you know how long it's been?
I wonder why she's alone. I really just can't put my finger on it. I really can't put my finger on why she might be alone. I don't know, chat. Do you got any clues? Got any ideas? She's just so masculine, bro.
I'm sick of this. I gotta pretend I'm not a bitch. Fuck it. He's gonna think you're
Dating as a 30-year-old.
And these women wonder why men avoid them like the plague. A self-proclaimed runner.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
These self-proclaimed runners, dude.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody has time for that. I don't know about you guys, but chat, is that a type of chick you'd go for? Bro, absolutely not. Too combative, too masculine, bro.
Right, so before we continue on to the next clip here, this woman is just yelling that she's been with a whole bunch of different dudes. And
Guys would come up to you.
woman here, guys, and this was a 30-plus-year-old woman who is trying to date in Australia. Now, guys, if you can't tell by my terrible accent, I am also from Australia. Let's take a listen to what she has to say.
As a 30-year-old in Australia is so hard. I lived in London for 7 years. Guys would come up to you, bars, like come up to you on the street, ask for your number, like not even in a creepy, annoying way, in a way that it was like flattering or like it just is like normal human communication. Dating in Australia, not only is the dating pool so small because there's less people, I guess, the amount of effort that Australian guys put in is insane. It's just nothing. Like they just want to message you for months and never ask you out and never meet up. And I'm like, what's your aim here? Like, do you just want a pen pal? Do you just want a friend to message when you're bored? Like, let's hang out. Let's go to the fucking beach because there's beaches here. Let's go get a drink. Like, you could literally just do anything. Now I just have.
I love it. I love it. Honey, it doesn't look like you're a spring chicken anymore. Those eye bags to me are telling that age is wearing your ass out. So men aren't going to be really wanting to pull out all the stops for a woman that's kind of been, kind of ran. I don't see why a guy, and I'm going to be honest, if I met her, I'm not writing home to my mom, Mom, I met this beautiful woman in Australia. I just said, she's just like, yeah, she's mid at best. She's all right. I give her a 5, maybe. Maybe that's her face when she ain't got all the makeup on, but like, honey, why are you expecting men to pull out all the stops when you're no Maxim model?
50 guys on my Instagram out. Let's go to the fucking beach because there's beaches here. Let's go get a drink. Like you could literally just do anything. Now I just have like 50 guys on my Instagram in my DMs messaging me and like replying to my stories. I'm like, you're my fans. I'm not dating you. You're just a fan.
What? Baby girl, those aren't your fans. Those are your potential mans. Those are the guys you should be going for. Like, this is what I can't stand is like these girls will clown like regular everyday guys, which in my opinion are the best guys on the dating market because they'll do the most for you. They're the most loyal. They're the most honest. They're not trying to buck around on you and stuff like that. But these girls will next these men to try to find a Chad that's going to do them absolutely terribly wrong. It's just so funny to me, bro.
Not crazy to anyone else that you could have the most romantic, beautiful night of your life and then never speak to the person again. And then we have gurus on here normalizing not caring. Like, this is an actual issue. I have older generations asking me, wow, how do you do it? And I simply tell them, I don't. At this point, he has to drop from literally God himself. Literally, the universe has to just drop him.
Imagine a woman that looks like Jafar saying that a man needs to drop from God himself. Where do they get this stuff? Where do they get this stuff? I thought I was watching The Emperor's New Groove. Like, what are you talking about, honey? And with that being said, we will be right back. I know the dating scene sucks, but so does getting hurt in an accident. Have you ever found yourself involved in a personal injury case? As an image consultant, I meet a lot of clients who are actually recovering from all sorts of injuries, from car accidents to workplace injuries. And I was actually surprised to see how many people lose their personal injury cases, which is why I want to talk about Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. They specialize in a wide variety of personal injury cases. And they've won thousands of big cases. And if you do end up working with them, they're going to fight for the money that you deserve. Just recently, Morgan & Morgan solidified verdicts in Florida for $12 million and $26 million in Philly. That's up to 40 times the highest insurance offer. And I'm telling you, your case could be worth millions. And the best part is, it's all free unless you win your case. Now, if you've also been the victim of a personal injury or a serious accident, you can visit www.forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below, where you can start your free claim today.
I would still have zero expectations. I kind of miss having expectations. I kind of miss being excited. Like, I loved being delusional about not being disappointed.
You used to be excited about being delusional? Bro, you cannot make this stuff up, brother. You really can't make this stuff up.
They just ain't adding up. Just ain't adding up.
Okay, hear me out. I know I don't look like much, and I know I'm wearing a Tommy Pickles t-shirt, but just ignore that.
Shirt kind of goes hard though.
So if anyone out there is looking for a trad wife, like you want a wife to work off the lands and garden from scratch and cook every meal from scratch and like have fresh bread in the mornings and just tend to the beehives and the chicken coops, like
the guys that can afford that, they want a straight dime piece. Like, I mean, this girl's cute, but like, I mean, she's all right. I wouldn't want to get booed up with her and be like, ooh, man, look how fine my girl is. Like this is what I don't get. These women that are 5 and 6s at best thinking they deserve the absolute like pinnacle of a man. That's what every girl wants. Every girl wants to stay at home and do this stuff.
So damn obvious that look,
I mean, she's not bad looking, and her attitude will get her a long way, but there's got to be a reason she's single. It's either her attitude or probably more than likely it's her geographic area. A lot of women are single just because they're in like bad parts of the country. And when I mean bad parts, I don't mean like, oh, they're in war-stricken Chicago or something like that, but like they're like in BFE, bum F Egypt. Like they're out in the middle of nowhere living in a cabin by themselves. This is why I say there's certain things as a woman you shouldn't do by yourself. Like you shouldn't buy your first home by yourself. You just isolate more. The more things you do like that, it's just self-isolation, right? You buy your first house, you isolate yourself even more. You buy your first dog alone, you isolate yourself more. So a woman like this, it's like you need to go out probably in a larger city, an area where there's more populous. Go meet a man, then move to a small town. But it's hard to like live in a small town as a 20-year-old girl and then be like, oh, I want to find a really good man that wants to move out here. Like more than likely, if you meet a guy that can afford this lifestyle, more than likely he's, working in the city doing something. So I think these women don't realize that though.
things from scratch. If you're the type of guy that likes to go hunting so we can stock our freezer and this and that, I can process a deer. I can process a deer. I am not afraid of it. I was an autopsy tech in my past life. I am not afraid of blood. I'm not afraid of anything like that. I got you. We got this. I could probably take care of the chickens if you want a roasted chicken.
Saw a dog in the back.
Got you. I like kids. I will have your kids. I don't want like 12 of them. I'm not that type of trad wife, but if you want like a couple of kids, I got you.
You see, guys?
I mean, kudos to her. Kudos to her, like, saying this stuff. We need more women that are openly vocal about this, but there's got to be a reason why she's alone. There's got to be a reason, bro. I just wonder what it is. I'm still looking for it here.
Still single doesn't exactly scream traditional to me.
Couple of kids. I got you. How am I doing?
You're doing pretty good.
Entice you with my hunting property that's right across the street and my
Called it.
log cabin in the middle of the woods in northern Michigan.
What did I tell you? It's geography. She's isolated herself so much, of course you're never going to meet a man organically. You skipped all the steps.
My options up here are people without teeth and the Amish.
Well, maybe that's what you should go for.
Anyway, if you're looking for something like that, I'm single and hardworking and desperate.
Dude, good lord. This is why I say for these women, Loki, do you want some jerky? You're eyeing me like you're gonna chew the back of my head. Free. Sit. Wait. Free. Go to your place. Dude, this is why I preach that there's certain things that you should do once you get into a relationship. Loki, go to your place. Every single paw. Lay down. Dude, what a fatty, bro. Loki, quit being a...
Big back.
Lay down. This guy kills me, bro. Sorry, I'm a little stopped up today, but this is why I always say, like, there's certain things that you should do once you get into a relationship. One of those things is get a dog. Another one of those things is have a child. Another one of those things is buy a house. The reason I say you should do that is because the more you do these things out of order, like get into a relationship, get a husband, then buy a home, then get a dog, then have kids, what you do is you isolate yourself even more. And this girl is pure proof of it. I mean, look at her. She self-admittedly says she's desperate. This girl hurting over here, hurting for a squirting. But the problem is that she has done so many things right now that she should have done with a man, that what man of value that can provide this lifestyle that she wants, that can pay for all the meat, that can pay for all the food, that can pay for the house, that can pay for the lights, that can work to give her the life where she's a stay-at-home mom. Why would a guy that makes that much money want to live in a small log cabin in the middle of nowhere with her? Any guy that can provide that is going to pluck her out and move her into the house that he wants, and then she has to move. This is why I say, ladies, if you really want to get into a relationship, you need to be in an area where there's a lot of eligible men and where they frequent. You want to meet a nice guy? Probably go to a coffee shop or maybe even the library in a bigger city. You want to meet an F-boy that's going to, rock your world? Probably go to the club, go to the bar. I always say you don't meet your husband or wife at the bar or the club. You just don't. You meet situationships there. So this woman has self-isolated herself so much, she's probably getting into her late 20s, maybe early 30s. She looked like she could be 30. And she's wondering, where are all the good men? What happened? Why won't men find me? What's going on? Why am I alone? You're alone? Because you're in the middle of the freaking woods, dude. How's a man ever going to find you? Any guy that makes enough money to find you, you think you're just going to pluck him out of the city, probably where he makes good money, and just move him out to the country? No. There's a reason why people move out to the country as they get older, because they can have a job, they can downsize, they can move out to a cabin, things like that. So women like this, the best advice I would give her, because a lot of guys would be like, wow, she's really eligible, like, great, but she might live in the middle of freaking South Dakota in the country. Ain't gonna meet no man. Or maybe Utah, maybe, because she said the Mormons. What I would tell her, sell your cabin. I don't care if your daddy built it. I don't care if your granddaddy built it, unless you want to die alone, which you could do that. Sell your log cabin, move to the city, get a small little apartment where other eligible men may frequent. It's tough nowadays. Even when I lived in uptown Dallas, me and Cass were living there for about 15 months. All the people that lived at this apartment complex were single women, all just alone, traveling on Katy Trail, every day walking their little stupid dog that would poop in the hallway and pee on their feet. It's crazy to me. Like, ladies, you're supposed to get in a relationship first before you go buy the house, before you get the cabin. Where did we get this mixed up? It's because modern women have been fed all these lies that says you need to be a man. You need to have the things men have. Women now think the things that they like in us, we like in them. That's not the case, buddy boy. We don't like those things. We like fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, no kids, quaint, uplifting, elegant, empathetic, and natural and nurturing. That's what we care about. We don't care about your job. Chat, we got a lot of men that watch. Put a 1 in the chat if you don't care about what a girl does for a living. I'm sure we'll probably see a lot of ones. I never cared. Cass was a nurse, and I was like, that's cool. It was cool because I knew if I got sick, she could take care of me, but I never was like, ooh, she makes good money, and I can have some of her money. I never, no, it's not a man's thought process. Most men know nobody's coming to save them, therefore we got to make our own money. But you ladies come out here and go turn into the men that you've always wanted to be with. You go buy a house, you go get a dog, you go accumulate all these things and think men see value in that, when we don't. I don't see value in that. Like if I had met a girl in my 20s that had her own house, own dog, own car, had owned all this stuff, I'd be like, who gave you all this money? Because I know you ain't got the money like that. I was living in Austin at the time anyways. I spent pretty much the majority of my 20s there. But yeah, I would know darn well that something's up. And it would be a turnoff for me. I'd be like, well, you've already got everything. You got a dog, you got a house, you got your own car, you got like, what kind of excitement are you going to get with me? You're not going to get any. You've done all these things alone when you should have done them in a relationship. But chat, do you agree with that? Do you think there's like a general progression of things that you should do, like getting into a relationship, buying your first home, getting the family dog, having children. Like, do you think that's a normal general progression, or do you think like times have changed and that women should go out there and buy homes by themselves? Do you agree with my hot take on, I think the more women do this, like buy homes and get dogs and move out and be alone, the more they just isolate? Do you agree with that, or do you disagree? Let me know in the comments. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Loki, did you have a good time? He's like, I always have a good time, Papa. I don't know where that voice came from. I don't know where that voice came from. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go cop some of the ebooks that make you irresistible to women and respected by men. I will see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.